Welcome to BankCard Pro's CRM account tracking software. In this training session, I'm going to teach you how to create a network of users in the user section who will all be linked together, so you'll have a network of users all sharing residual profits from each merchant account that's sold within that network. For demo purposes, I have a chart here that shows an example of how a sales office would organize their company, because they basically have regional sales offices all throughout across the United States, and each regional sales office is running several sales managers who are actually supervising and working with numerous sales reps under them. In this chart, this is an example of 4 different user networks. And the way a network works is the top level user, which is your corporate office, is identified as a system admin user in the software. And the system admin user has sales offices that are linked directly to the system admin user account. In this example, we have 2 sales offices in the United States. We have the West Coast sales office and we have the East Coast sales office. For each sales office in each region, there's going to be multiple sales managers linked to the sales office user account. And here we have 2 sales manager users, which is Donald Trump and Jane Jones, and each sales manager is linked directly to the sales office user account. Now for the sales manager, we're going to have multiple sales reps linked to the sales manager account. So we have 1 sales rep and 2 sales reps, both linked directly to the sales manager, in which the sales manager is linked directly to the sales office user, in which the sales office user is linked directly to the corporate office system admin user account. So right now we have a total of 4 levels of users within this network. To take it one level further, we're going to have a sales rep have referral partners providing referrals to the sales rep to sell merchant accounts. So we have 3 referral partners linked directly to the sales rep, in which the sales rep is linked directly to the sales manager, and the sales manager is linked directly to the sales office, and the sales office linked directly to the system admin. So what we have right here is one network that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 users in this network all linked together. And you repeat that for the second sales manager. And then you have the East Coast sales office, so we have another sales manager, and then the 4th sales manager. So this chart actually shows that you have 4 networks of users within your system. And you can actually see how we have 4 sales managers with sales reps and referral partners under them. Now, in the CRM software, we're able to assign a certain percentage of residuals for each level of user. So as an example, for one network, you could set up in the software, referral partners can get 5% residuals for whatever merchant accounts they refer to the sales rep. You could set up the sales rep to get 50% residuals. So basically right here, you would have 55% total residuals that would be shared for these 2 users for every account sold, and the remaining, which is 45%, would go to the system admin. But because we have a sales manager and a sales office, what we're going to do is we're going to pay the sales manager 10%, and then the sales office a 5% override for any accounts that were referred by the sales partner and sold by the sales rep. So what we'd have is 5% residuals, then 50%, so that's 55%. The sales manager gets 10%, so that's 65%. Then the sales office user is getting paid 5%, so that adds up to 70% residuals total for all 4 of these users. And whatever the difference is, which is 30%, would go to the system admin corporate office. Now what we're going to do is we're going to log into the software, and we're going to go ahead and log in with your username and password. In the software, we're going to go to the user section, and you're going to see that I have the user types set up in the system the same way I have this chart set up of how I'm going to run my business and organize all my sales reps, sales managers, and sales offices. So in the software, you're going to see that we have Sales Manager, Sales Office users, Sales Rep users, and then Referral Partners. So in the chart, I'm using Britney Spears as an example, and then I'm using John Doe as a referral partner, and I'm using for the Sales Manager Donald Trump as an example, and then for the Sales Office I'm using Bruce Springsteen as an example. So in the system, when you click on, if we go to Referral Partners, we're going to see John Doe. And John Doe is going to be the referral partner, which is in the chart. So if you click on John Doe, you're going to see that we have John Doe set up as a referral partner user. And this referral partner user, John Doe, is linked directly to Britney Spears, which is the sponsor recruiter, who's actually the sales rep. So right now, we have the referral partner, John Doe, who's linked directly to the sales rep, Britney Spears, as shown in the example. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look for Britney Spears, the sales rep, and we're going to see that she's set up under the sales rep user types. So we're going to click on her, Britney Spears, and here you're going to see that Britney Spears is set up as a sales rep user linked directly to Donald Trump, which is shown in our chart. John Doe, the referral partner, linked directly to Britney Spears, the sales rep, and linked directly to Donald Trump, the sales manager. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look up Donald Trump as a sales manager, and you're going to see two sales managers in the system. So we're going to click on Donald Trump, and he's actually in the system as a sales manager linked directly to Bruce Springsteen, who's the sales office user. So what we're going to do is go to the sales office, and you're going to see Bruce Springsteen, and you're going to see in Bruce Springsteen's network he has 5 sub-users, which would be the Donald Trump and Britney Spears and John Doe as the referral partner. So what we're going to do is click on Bruce Springsteen, and because he's almost at the top of the user as a sales office, you're going to see Bruce Springsteen set up as a sales office user linked directly to the CRM admin, which is the corporate office. So now that we understand how to set up a network, starting as a referral partner, then sales rep, then sales manager, then sales office, now what we're going to do is we're going to fill out an online app in the system, and you're going to see how the system will calculate and sort out the commissions, upfront bonuses, lease funding, and other types of bonuses in the system that will share among all the people in that network. So when you click on internal app as a sales rep, you're going to be able to see the first page, and you're going to see a lot of different ways to share upfront bonuses, setup fees sharing, processing volume bonus sharing, and you're able to do existing merchant average monthly processing volume and other types of bonuses and commissions for this invoice. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose in the drop down menu Britney Spears, who's going to be the owner of this app because she's the one that sold this merchant account application. So immediately once you choose Britney Spears, the system's going to identify and tell you who's in her network. And it will tell you right here in this section, users involved in the customer sale process. It will tell you the application number, the sales rep, which is the merchant account that sold this account. So we have Britney Spears, and then it's going to tell you who the sales manager, Donald Trump, who's the sales office, which is Bruce Springsteen, and finally, the top of the network is the CRM admin, which is your corporate office. The system is also going to identify and tell you what percentages of residuals each person in the network is going to earn off of the residuals that are sold each month from the profits. So right here it tells you Britney Spears is getting 45% residuals, Donald Trump gets a 10% override, Bruce Springsteen gets a 10% override. So when you add this up, that's 45, 55, 65%. So it'll automatically give the balance and what's left to the CRM admin, which is the corporate office. Now, let's say Britney Spears sold this account, but you provided the lead, so you're going to pay her a little bit less. So instead of 45%, you're going to pay her 30%. So the next section will let you do a residual override on this one specific merchant account. So what we're going to do is type in 30%. We're going to scroll to the bottom. We're going to save it, not proceed to step 2, but just save. Now you're going to see that the system changed it from 30% and is given the bonus, what's left over of the 50% total to the 3 users. It's going to give 50%